Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I am Bibi Govinda Swami, and I live primarily in Almaty, Kazakhstan. There we have a small farm that we call Shri Vrindavan. The farm was purchased in 1999, and it was slowly developing. We met some problems with local authorities, but now everything is very wonderful and slowly but steadily going on. We established this farm community because it was a great desire of His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. In 1977, in March, in Mayapur Dham, in room conversations recorded with Harishwari Prabhu, Srila Prabhupada was stressing the importance of establishing rural communities outside of the main cities where devotees could live together. Devotees could learn to be dependent on the cow as being the center and foundation of a human economy, the land, and Krishna. Srila Prabhupada, he wanted this so much because he saw that when devotees were living in the big cities and devotees were constantly surrounded by the lower modes of material nature, it was very difficult for them to remain fixed in Krishna consciousness. And he wanted devotees to live according to a social system. And naturally, the most acceptable and most practical social system for we as Vaishnavas to live is the social system that was established by Lord Krishna himself, which is the Varna and Ashram system of society. At our community in Kazakhstan, we established a herd of cows. When we first went there, when we met resistance during the time of our problems, we stopped breeding our animals, but we have about 18 of our original cows, and we hope now with the perestroika that's going on in our community to slowly increase the number of our cows. We feel that it's very important that devotees understand that the cow is our mother and the bull is our father. In the Vedic civilization, animals were not bred so much just to get cows for having milk, but the kings, they would breed their animals so that they could get strong bulls to till the earth and to feed their kingdoms. And if cows came, it would provide milk, which could be turned into butter and ghee for performing religious ceremonies. In the third canto of the Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada explains how householders in the Vedic age, they would keep cows for extracting religious principles. Srila Prabhupada was very much aggrieved at the cattle industry these days. Srila Prabhupada is very much aggrieved at the industrial dairies. Srila Prabhupada is very much aggrieved with the inhumane treatment which cows and bulls receive today. Srila Prabhupada, in the beginning of the movement, he was asked, Your Divine Grace, can we purchase milk at the shops for offering to our deities? In the beginning, 50 years ago, Srila Prabhupada said yes. At the same time, Srila Prabhupada presented a mandate that we should have these farms, we should have communities, we should keep cows, and we should drink milk from our own animals. Now, unfortunately, in 50 years, we have stuck to one of the principles that His Divine Grace said, that we could avail the usage of milk from the stores, which comes from the dairy industry, which is entirely based upon inhumane animal slaughter. But we've not maintained the other principle, which is that we should have these communities where devotees can live peacefully together in sattva-gun. Devotees can serve according to their nature, and the basis of those communities would be the care and the worship of the cows. So I'd like to request all the devotees to think very carefully of what they can do in their own communities to either establish cow protection programs, or if that's not feasible, to support cow protection programs which are already established. In Ukraine and in Russia, they have dairies which are adopting animals. They are producing milk products. Purchase your milk products from these dairies. It's violence-free. In our culture here in Russia, Ukraine, these nations, everybody is liking to put smetana inside of their borscht. Everybody is liking fried potatoes with some smetana on the side. Everybody is liking their yogurt. Everybody is liking toro. It's part of the culture here. But I'd like to remind everybody that each time you walk into the store, and each time you buy a bottle of milk, or each time you buy tvorog, or each time you buy smetana to mix with that tvorog to feed to your children at breakfast, you must remember that what you're doing is you're paying a farmer to slaughter animals. So please become conscious. It's not that we may change everything overnight, but these thoughts should provoke us. It should be like the thought-provoking process of Krishna consciousness. We know that we're not perfect, but every day we try to make a step to come closer to becoming perfect. Every day we try to make a step to become better. So think about these concepts. Think about farm communities. Think about cow protection. Think of growing food that doesn't have poison on it. Think of growing food that you're not putting poison into the earth. Think of growing food that's not genetically modified. Think of actually living according to the cycle of nature that's been presented by God, Lord Shri Krishna. Think of how you can do this and how you can contribute to this and help to establish this desire of Srila Prabhupada that these communities spread throughout the world. Thank you very, very much. Please think about these things. I'm your servant. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. It's last small question. Maybe you can give some special instruction who live now in the community in Ukraine and Russian. Small, or maybe only blessing name.
And for the devotees who live in rural communities in Russia and in Ukraine, we know that it's not easy to live the life of a farmer, but we know how rewarding it is. Srila Prabhupada said that the most noble profession for mankind to engage in is farming. What you're doing is a glorious example for the rest of human civilization. So I thank you very, very much from my heart that you're living this lifestyle. I thank you very much that you're taking care of Mother Cow and Father Bull. I thank you very much that you're growing pure food and providing pure food for your community. I thank you very much that you eat what you grow instead of just running to the supermarket to buy everything to support the industry which is all based on exploitation. So please, my dear devotees in Ukraine, my dear devotees in Russia, keep up your glorious service. Hare Krishna.